Morgan, thank you for coming in to speak to me today. I always have to look there to make sure I'm saying at the Middle East School Leadership Conference. How have you found it so far?
Really lovely. I think because the theme is empathy, so much of the first few sessions have been about how to care for others and really listen. And I think there's been this kind of natural collaboration that's happening in the room as we discuss the topics together. So it's been a really lovely start.
What's been one of the highlights that you've had then from these first few sessions?
Oh, goodness. That's actually pretty hard to choose. I just came out of the session where we were talking about happy, confident learners. And I think what's really striking there is that we need to know our students, and it means making mental health and well-being a part of every single day in our classrooms. So checking in, spending that 10 minutes per day for students to recenter and be really introspective and think about how they can create behaviors for well-being that actually propel them into learning. So that was really fantastic.
Nice. And you're also speaking today, aren't you?
I am. I'm really excited to speak today.
So what's we're going to get too much out there. What is going to be the theme then of your talk?
So my theme is all about equity and challenge. I think that challenge is one of those things that naturally we want every single student to experience in school. And equity is one of those things that it structures where sometimes challenge doesn't happen. And it's really important to me because for me, equity is empathy. It's making sure that no matter what the starting point, every single student is given the opportunity to succeed and the extension that they need to really thrive. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
It's going to be amazing. A lot of people I get to speak to talk a lot about equality and equity and opportunities, one that we start to see along now. But there's sometimes that confusion about what the term equity actually means, isn't there?
Yes, I think that equity is incredibly important. It's very different than equality. Equality means everyone might have a seat at this table, but it doesn't mean that there is equal voice or power to that voice. Equity is very much about looking at how we can give restorative justice, that we can ensure that everyone has an opportunity to thrive because they're given an equal platform. It goes so much further than just diversity. Equity is something that looks at systems and making sure that we dismantle systems that aren't working for us to create those opportunities.
Okay, and put you on the spot. If you were to offer one key piece of advice to people watching and listening to do with equity and how that obviously allows empathy to come in, what would it be?
Oh, that is a really good question because I would write 350 pages on that. I think that we need to question our own assumptions. I think that's my piece of advice. I think that we assume a lot of the times that people feel free to speak up and that students feel free to speak up when they don't. And empathy means that we are constantly putting ourselves in other people's shoes, but also that we don't just go on our own experience and we listen very actively to others and give them the platform to speak to their own experience.
Amazing. I think a great piece of advice there. And it's a very short snippet. So thank you ever so much. Appreciate you diving in for us. I'll let you now go off to this one. And best of luck, by the way. Luck is the wrong term. Enjoy, should I say. enjoy the talk you give later on.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's so lovely to speak with you.
Me too.